In the beginning, God said, "Let there be pizza." Let's talk about light, which is fundamentally the most important thing when it comes to video production. But first, let's go back to the basics here. A video is essentially a series of still pictures played in sequence to create the illusion of motion, which is why films or movies are often referred to as motion pictures, and still pictures are captured with a method of photography. The word photography with Greek roots can be translated roughly to mean drawing with light. And this is simply because light is so vital when we capture a picture that it is built into the name of the process itself. Without light, we cannot see anything in our world, and therefore our cameras would not be able to capture a still picture. And without pictures, we cannot create motion pictures, which are of course videos. And that's pretty much the basics in a nutshell. So light equals still pictures, which equals motion pictures, which are of course videos. Are you with me so far? Here is what I'm getting at. It doesn't matter what camera you're using. It can be a fancy DSLR camera, a flip camera, or a simple camera phone. Without good lighting, your video quality will suffer. Without adequate amount of light, your video will become prone to a little something we call digital noise. And no, those lights in your ceilings are 99.9% of the time not enough. You see, when videos come out with a lot of digital noise, that's a clear indication that you are shooting your video in a low light environment, e.g. a dark room. Unless you messed up the camera settings, but we'll pretend you didn't and you probably have the camera set in auto mode. But I digress. At this point, there isn't enough light in the room for a good exposure, so your camera tries to compensate for this by boosting the camera's ISO. Basically, this is how sensitive the camera sensor is to light, and while this sounds like a good thing, it's not. Because the more sensitive the camera sensor becomes, the more likely the camera sensor will make errors, which results in the digital noise that you see. While all of this sounds overwhelming and a lot to take in, just remember this simple saying to live by: not enough light equals digital noise. And all of this boils down to one conclusion: using a good amount of light will always give you high quality videos. If you want to know a quick solution to solving this issue of not having enough light, please check out episode 2, where I explain an inexpensive studio light kit option that gives you that pro look for less.